Hey there! If you're looking for a fun and easy way to earn rewards, including cash and prizes, check out the link in the video description.
Welcome to Reality Check, where we uncover the truth behind the headlines. Today, we dive deep into the emotional roller coaster of Lindsay Hubbard and Carl Radke's breakup. Get ready for an exclusive look at their raw and vulnerable moments as they share intimate details of their last fight. Stay tuned for all the drama, emotions, and revelations in this must-watch interview. It's time for a reality check like never before. The Summer House finale just aired, and fans can't get over how everything went down. Of course, the driving force of the season has been Lindsay Hubbard and Carl Radke, as the whole season has been building up to him calling off their engagement. The episode even started with the two engaged in a fight. Now they are discussing the matter and going into detail about their last fight, recording one another, and if Carl, as Lindsay has said, wanted to call off the wedding for the whole summer. The 8th season of Summer House isn't over, as there is still the reunion. Several members of the cast have gone on record to say how emotional the taping was and how much they aired out. Naturally, Carl and Brittany will each have the first chair at the upcoming reunion. The Summer House After Show premiered after the Summer House finale, and it's jam-packed with insight into the breakup between Carl and Lindsay. They begin by discussing the fight they got into while in the car. Things got massively toxic between the two, and they both pulled out their phones to record the encounter. Carl says, "I was trying to be calm, but granted, I was frustrated and probably short and probably not my best self either." He goes on, "But I promise you, I wasn't yelling and screaming. I was just trying to clear the air and calm things down." He then says the situation turns into Lindsay deciding to record as he drove them home. This comes after Lindsay says Carl stated he didn't know why he proposed to her. The argument started when they were trying to agree on plans for Labor Day weekend. Carl wanted to go to Montauk, and Lindsay wanted to go to Florida. This led to the former couple pointing out their personality differences. "If you don't like the person I am, why did you propose to me?" And in that moment he goes, "I don't know why I proposed to you," said Lindsay. And that is probably one of the most hurtful things that you can say to someone. Lindsay continues, "You just said one of the most ****ket up things you can say to somebody, and I have no idea what's about to come my way. So I'm like I should just start recording what you say. I do not record." He then presses record on his phone. Carl then says he drove the rest of the way home with the phone recording in the center console. However, Lindsay then accuses him of manipulating the recording. She says, and he starts manipulating the recording. Literally, in the car, goes, "Stop yelling at me, Lindsay, stop yelling at me," and I'm like, "Carl, I'm literally not yelling at you. I'm trying to set up plans for next weekend with you." He then shares what happened once they were at the house. He says she was so angry while getting her luggage out that she knocked over a case of sparkling water and caused it to explode. This explosion happens on the street, and it's so loud it sounds almost like a gunshot. I was like, "Calm down, people are looking at us." He says she then rushed in without holding the elevator for him in their apartment building. According to Carl, he decided to stay in a different bedroom for 3 days before their last conversation. Carl also shared that he didn't want to repeat some of the harsh things she said to him. A post shared by Bravo at BravoTV, however, Lindsay sees it differently. She brings up his anger issues and how much they have talked about it and gone to therapy over it. She says, "I think in Carl's mind, he thought I went around the entire house all summer talking about all Carl's issues." They then begin to discuss the final conversation, where Carl says he didn't set her up and insisted he didn't intend on calling off the wedding. He starts by saying, "Ultimately, I walked into that apartment that last day hoping we could get on the same page. As soon as we started talking, nothing would have changed any of the outcome." Lindsay recounts the conversation by saying, "It was just awful. That moment was awe,